If you wanted to break the limit of 2D motion graphic and that old generation motion graphic and create a cinematic 3D animation inside of After Effects, and that too without knowing much about After Effects and all of the 3D stuff inside of it. We don't use any 3D plugin or 3D extrusion, we'll just create that with shape layers and layer styles inside of After Effects. But before we get started, make sure that you like and subscribe the video because that helps me keep motivated, and that motivation is required for me to create this videos, and also this will take a lot of effort, so consider subscribing. Also, you will get all of the project file in the link, so download and follow, you can follow along.
So this is what we are going to create today, and you might think that these are 3D spheres and this is a 3D cylinder, but that is not. It's all about shape layer and some layer styles. Let me just create a new composition by clicking here. Just name this tutorial comp. So now just left click on here and click new and add a solid. Name this BG for background, and then we can add a fill to this because we might sometimes need to change, so that will be easier, and the brightness should be around 93, should be fine. So then we can add this ellipse. I mean, you can just click it if it is showing like this or some other shape, then alt click and change it to ellipse, and then draw an ellipse by holding shift, because then it will create a perfect circle. So then align it properly. I just hold control and double click on this pan behind tool, so the anchor point is on the center. Then we can add, left click on this and add a layer style. It is gradient overlay, and then open this gradient overlay and click on edit gradient. Then make this last point a little bit brighter than 84%, should be fine, not completely white but 84, and click somewhere around here and add a pure gray. I mean, gray brightness should be 50%, I mean 53 should be fine. So now we have it. Then just change the angle, so it should point, the light point should be point somewhere around here. So I think the angle is now fine. So then we can add an inner glow by again left click, add layer style and inner glow. Set the, where is inner glow? Here is inner glow. Set the blending option to normal, color to white, size should be 35, opacity should be 100%. So yeah, we are just done with it, and we can just add another effect, which is the satin effect. Left click on this and add layer style and then add the satin effect, and open this, change the color to white and the blending mode to be normal, and then increase the size to be around 70%, should be fine, and angle somewhere around here. Make sure the angle is pointing on the lighter side, so I will just keep that right over here. That is fine, and then the distance should be around 5-6%, should be fine. So that is looking good, and then we can add opacity should be 100%, and size is around 70. 70 should be fine, and then just invert it. So now we have it. So now we are done with the gradation, and just pre-compose this. I pre-compose and name this a circle. So now we have it. We can add some effect to it. First is the drop shadow. set the color to white and the distance to be around 5 is fine. Maybe just lower this a bit, and then we can add opacity. I think opacity should be around 100%. So now we have it. Then we can add glow to this, and straight away it won't look good, but increase the radius and the threshold as well. But now here's a problem. You can see a dark color is appearing, so change the color grouping to AB colors and make the B color white. Now you have it, a perfect circle. So then we can just increase the radius by around 500 and that is fine. Then hit Ctrl D and increase the radius by 800. That is fine. So now we are done with this. We can add if you want the gray color, that is fine. If you want to colorize this, you can add tritone effect or saturation. You can also add hue and saturation. They both will do the same thing. So I will just, hue and saturation is a little bit heavy on the system, so I will just keep the tritone effect. So I will just make the color somewhere around like this. It's fine. Make sure you don't go like this color, so in that way it won't look like a 3D sphere. So make sure that you is around here. I mean, the brightness level should be around 50 to 60, max 70. So now it is fine for me. And then just hit Ctrl S. If you are working on any project, just hit Ctrl S in like 2 to 5 minutes. Although you can set, I mean, automatically saving, but I would just like to hit Ctrl S every time. So now we are done with this. We can just duplicate this so many times. I mean, just hit 5 times should be fine, and then just change the positions of this. Now I have it. Now we have it. It looks good. So you can play with this position whenever you feel good. So just now we are done with this. I will just going to add a product to this. I mean, for this I downloaded a shoe photo from FreePic. Basically, it's a free website which will help you, which can help you download vector images or much things. But now let's just focus on what we are creating. So wait a second. I've just downloaded this shoe, and I will just drag and drop this. Make sure the size is a little bit smaller. So it is right over here, and I think it is fine. So now it won't look good, but we have to add the hue and saturation. So, and hit this colorize tab. Now, yes, that is what I'm looking for. Just hit the colorize and change the hue somewhere around here. Saturation should be right here, and lightness is fine. I think maybe we can increase this just by a touch. 3 should be fine. Then we can just rotate this a bit, like somewhere around here, and place it right over here. Then we can add a product shelf, in which you see in the tutorial or the thumbnail. So we'll add that by duplicating this. Duplicate this ellipse 3D circle and just double click to open that, and now just hit this tab and open the content and then hit on this ellipse. Just click on this and change this like so. So we are creating a cylindrical thing, and then hit on the ellipse tab and we can add our shape. Click on this pen tool and just add a shape which is roughly look like a ellipse, like a cylinder, sorry. So we are not here yet. Just need to do a little bit tweakings. So currently it's not looking like a ellipse, I mean cylinder. It is looking like a cylinder, but there is not an edge. So what we can do is just duplicate this and just remove all the layer styles from here. Let me just show you, and remove the shape, delete the shape layer, and then click on this, click on the fill and disable this, and then we can add a stroke of white color. So now you can see it is adding a edge to this. We'll keep the shape around 6, should be fine. And then we can add a drop shadow. Fast box blur, so it won't be that harsh. Blur radius should be around 2, should be fine. So yeah, now we have it. We can also just adjust this a little bit. So yeah, this is looking good to me. Now back in the tutorial count and just grab this circle tool over here and just place it right somewhere around here. Also rotate this a little bit. Just place it in the way you like, in the way that it look good. So now we have it, and just copy this, click on this ellipse and copy all this effect and just paste it on this cylinder too. So now we have it. I think we have to change the color a bit, like now. Perfect. So just hit on the Ctrl S tab, and what we can add is the text over here. So type Nike, change the font. I will go for Poppins extra bold italic, and make this capital, all caps. And then I will just increase the size around 300. It is fine. Then place somewhere around here, somewhere on the negative space, the clean space. So now we can add a fill to this and change the color to be like so, and but this time make this completely, I mean, white and light white. So I think this is fine. Then what we can do is just duplicate this one time, and on the base layer, on the top layer, what we can do is add a fast box blur and increase it intensity, like that is fine. And then click on this ellipse, alt click on this and draw a shape like so, and invert the mask. Then hit F and add some feather to this. So now it is looking good to me. Then we can add the text just to do it, which is Nike's tagline. Wait, just lock this and decrease the size around 75. Now right, just do it. So we are just doing it. And then just align with this properly. all on this and align this properly. So here is just do it and control double click on this. So if we change something, it will stay aligned. I think that is not what I'm looking for. Maybe let's go with Akira. That is looks good to me. And then just align this properly. So now we have it, and also add a fill to this and change the color of this to be a light gray. Just do it. So now we have it. It's the time. Now we have done with the design. Now it's just time to add a little bit animation, little bit good looking animation. So firstly, we can just hit the S key on the scale properties and just click on this and go almost 12 frames, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12, and click again and then go back on the frame, hit 0 this time. So now just hit Ctrl C, copy this and paste to all these layers. Now hit U and hit the tilt key. So now you can just randomly change the size of this in the way you want. So that is looking good to me. And I won't add the scale properties in this floor. So this is good. And then we can add a wiggle expression. Then on the position tab, hit Alt and type WIGGLE wiggle 5, 100. 100 should be fine. So now we are looking into this 100. So now it is a way smoother. Then we just copy this and paste on the every single layer by hitting Alt and paste. Hit Alt and paste. Basically this allows us to create a animation that is on our code basis. So that is also good. That is also advanced techniques, but you don't need to be a coder to write these small scripts. So now we are done with the design. Let's see how it looks. So now it is looking good. But here we can just change the incomings and outgoings. So we are here, and now for this one I will just change the position for this, and the last I want the position 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 13 14 frames forward. Just move the key over here and make it down a bit. Also for this one, for the shoe, the product, we just click the R tab and the position tab and go forward in time around here, and then click again on this, then go backward, and we'll just changing the position and the rotation just a bit. So now we have something like this. Position should be somewhere around here. I will keep the position around here. Then hit F9. It is our go-to layer. Then add a drop shadow on this. Wait. Sometimes my PC just lags. In After Effects, all PC can lag, so just go with drop shadow and apply on this. Distance set it to 0 and softness around here. It is fine. I think we can just increase the softness and decrease the opacity. So now I think we have it. We are done with design and the animation as well, but we just need to animate this. So for this I will just parent this to the base layer and just click on the position here as well. Here, not here, this is parented to this, so hit the position tab. We go forward in time, maybe around 10 frames, and then we can change the position and also the size. So the size is around something like so, and the position is fine. Then I'll just hit the F9 tab. So now we have it, but I want that this ellipse is come like this, text is behind this ellipse, so we'll just keep this in front of us. No, just make this layer 3D, both layer 3D, and change the position. Why does this happen? I don't know. Maybe we can just work on this as well. So I will just keep this in somewhere like here. So now we are fine with this. So now you can see we are in our text in behind this ellipse store. So now we are done. We'll just change the position. So now we have it. So when the text is completed, when the position is right over here, we can animate the just do it by hit on this animate, and I don't want that. I have we all have a pre-installed plugin what I can say, effect in this. So go on the preset and then hit text, then you can go on the blur tab, fader in. This is what I want. Hit U and just drag it somewhere around here. So that is looking good to me. Just do it. So now I have it, and yeah, that is all you need to know to create this cool effect, this cool design effect in After Effects, and then make all the layers motion on the motion blur on all the layers. And the last tip is add a adjustment layer, new adjustment layer. So we'll just copy the curves, we'll take the curves effect from here and apply onto this, and then we can just go somewhere around here when everything's almost static, and then we can change the contrast of this by fetch. Basically adding this effect, this adjustment layer on top of every layer will make the scene more blend in, and then we can add noise to this again. Noise to this. Now we can add noise to this and apply on this, and just unclick this too, uncheck this too, and then you can just increase the noise intensity, should be 5%. So yeah, that is all about how you can create that epic product intro. So let me know in the comment section how you feel. Let me just show you first of all. Just go with quarter, and then you can just see this, how it looks. disable this noise effect for now. So now you can see how we'll create this animation inside of After Effects without using any third-party plugin, and it is looking amazing to me. So also we can add some details to it, maybe add sneaker and add a little bit of detail. It just makes the design look more real, or what again, small details really good. So maybe add Nike 10.27.32 and change this around this, like for this text, and make this small, like 30 and 40% size. So add a text right over here, and you can also duplicate this, Control D, and add SHO issue sneaker, whatever you want, and then you can just place it around here so it look more clean or aesthetic. So yeah, that is how you can create this kind of animation inside of After Effects.
So that is all for this tutorial. I know you might feel this video a little bit longer than usual, but I will teach every single steps, every single uses of the tools and effects. So that's why it take a little bit longer. And even if you are a beginner, you can achieve the same kind of result with this tutorial by following along. Also, I had provided the project file in the description, so you can download that too. And if you watched till now, I had a little bit of surprise, so you just comment me, and I won't tell you what I'm going to give you, but just comment me I had watched till the very end, and I will just comment back or reply on your comment. So yeah, that is all for this video, and thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.